That's where the Isleños population in New Orleans came from. And that may be why they left the Canary Islands. All right, let's take a look at this. Tomorrow is the autumnal equinox. It is the official or astronomical start of fall, and it is when the sun's rays are directly over the equator. Now, a common misconception is that this is the day that the night and day are at equal lengths. Well, that is not the case, because our sunrise tomorrow morning is at 6:49 and our sunset is at 6:57. So we still have a little bit more daylight than nighttime. And the reason is because we are at a lower latitude and a little closer to the equator, it takes us a little bit longer. The sun has to get just a little lower in the sky for us to have that 12 hours of day and night. So when we finally reach that point, it is actually called the equilux. That occurs on September 26th, because that date, our sunrise and sunset are both at 6:51. So it's usually just kind of a few days delayed, but certainly for the first time in my memory, the official start of fall is actually going to feel like fall in New Orleans and all of the South, because that strong cold front is on the way. But summer went out with a bang today. We've had some scattered showers, thunderstorms, a few still lingering. Most of them have been coming to an end, and the rest of the evening does look relatively dry, and at a few little isolated downpours here and there. Not quite an inch, but a fairly healthy amount at Belle Chase, and then only 2/10 of an inch at Kenner so far today. So most of the rainfall ending, but more to come overnight tonight, although notice most of the models have been doing this. As the front moves in, a lot of the rainfall with the front will fall apart. So we've got to set about a 20-30% chance early tomorrow, and then the rest of the day looks dry. The rest of the weekend looks dry. Bit of sunshine out toward downtown right now. Not a bad feeling to the air either. It actually doesn't feel all that bad because we had rain-cooled air, not because of the cold front just yet. 91 was our high today, but as the rainfall passed through, it did help to kind of regulate our temperature. So yes, we got into the low 90s across much of the area. We didn't stay there for very long, with the exception of some folks out toward Thibodaux, still at 91 degrees right now, and dew points in the mid and even some upper 70s. So still very humid, but that is going to change tomorrow. So we've got less than 24 hours of the summer-like weather before fall definitely arrives. I'd mentioned as well the winds are going to be increasing. Notice gusting at times up to 25, maybe even near 30 miles an hour, and sustained around 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it is going to be windy during the day tomorrow, right behind when the cold front moves on through. And you can see the upper trough deepening south, and that is pushing the cooler air and the drier air. So it's going to feel very nice, kind of getting rid of this warm and very humid air mass. We've had the scattered showers kind of daily going back to Ida. Now our forecast for tomorrow morning will be in the 60s and low 70s, and then maybe briefly getting back up to around 80 degrees before really cooling down during the overnight. Look at our morning lows Thursday, 50s and low 60s, and then during the day Thursday, high temperatures will stay in the 70s all day long. So this is definitely going to be a fall feel, and as I said, I'm going to have to go look back at some of the records. I don't know of a day where we officially began fall and it actually felt like it in southeast Louisiana. Several areas that we're keeping an eye on in the tropics are two named storms, Peter and Rose. Peter is actually down to a tropical depression, both going to remain out in the open Atlantic. This is actually what was Odette that may try and redevelop in the North Atlantic. Doesn't look very likely. The only area that we're watching is Invest 98, only because it's at a lower latitude. However, most of the long-range models are indicating it is going to curve before reaching the eastern United States. But notice, even by Sunday, it's not even near the island. So we've got plenty of time to watch that one. And looking at models, it doesn't look like we're going to have anything threatening the Gulf of Mexico for the rest of September. So fall starting, tropics are quiet right now. Let's enjoy it. A few showers early tomorrow, but turning cooler and drier and very pleasant weather, maybe a little warmer and more humid by early next week.